The Steps Hip Spica Care DVD is made for parents and carers of children in hip spica CAS. They are a series of mini videos which cover aspects of looking after a child in a cast. The videos are examples of how real families coped with everyday tasks of looking after a child in a hip spica. They are not meant to be fully comprehensive and cannot tell you everything you will need to know about hip spica care, but hopefully they will reassure you that solutions can be found to many practical problems. Remember that it is best to contact your healthcare professional if you have a problem you cannot solve. Parents, carers and healthcare professionals have reviewed these videos.
Quite shocked initially because we hadn't realised that there was any potential that she would need more treatment. She had been walking, running, jumping, everything absolutely fine, and it was a bit of a shock, but not a complete shock because we knew, you know, we've been through it once, so it wasn't as bad as it could be for some people, I think. I was worried whether she would fit in the car, obviously, because where we live, we have to go in a car to get anywhere. We're in a bungalow, so that's lucky she can stay in her bedroom. We didn't have to worry about that. What else? I was just worried about whether I could physically do it, lift her up and move her about and, you know, wash her, put her on the toilet, get her into bed.
And what's the reality?
The reality is I can do it. And the initial 2 weeks we had my parents staying, so he had his granny and grandpa, which was exciting and fun for him because that doesn't happen very often, so it sort of, that carried him through the first bit, but once they left, it sort of, we did have a few sort of extra temper tantrums and sort of, he was quite sensitive and would burst into tears at little things. But I think he was just, that's his way of adjusting, and he's been fine actually, so we're 4.5 weeks in now and he's settled down, I would say.
The two of them and having a baby on the scene as well is in a funny sort of way. It's difficult, but it does help to sort of distract you a little bit. So I can't focus on Bethan all the time. She can't have all the attention because I've got to look after this little one as well. And I think it does her the world of good because he is a good distraction, and we've tried to get her involved with still doing all the things that she used to. So for example, they'd started having baths together, so when she has her hair washed we put him in his bath chair, and they can still enjoy that side of things. And when we do story time, I do story time with both of them, so I try and not make it all be about Bethan, and he gets some attention as well. But I mean, it is difficult, and there's days where I'm by myself and it's difficult because you sort of just go from changing, getting both of them up and dressed, and then next minute it's breakfast time and feeding this little one, and then they both need the nappies changing or she needs putting on the bedpan, and you can sometimes feel a bit frustrated that all you're doing is, if you like, the boring bits and not the playing bits, and then if one of them starts crying, it can be a bit tiring. But on the plus side, you know, we've got people around to give us a bit of a helping hand. I can really enjoy those special times with Dylan and also with Bethan, and it's been a nice excuse to have people come and stay for a few days and help out, and they've really enjoyed being part of that.
The main difference is just her weight and, you know, ease of getting her around and in and out of the car and in and out of her chair and things, because, you know, when she was in as a baby she couldn't crawl or anything anyway, so she wasn't affected. She didn't object to it really as a baby, and also you have to lift a baby in and out of the car anyway, so it wasn't too much of an extra difficulty. Well, what did I do? I found the steps forum luckily, and went on there and asked every little question, and people on there are amazing, they had every answer. What was I worried about? The things I was worried about was little details that you maybe wouldn't think, but things like a pair of knickers. How do you put a pair of pants on her with her legs like that and the bar in between? And found out that the best way is to take the sides off and put ribbons on, and then you tie them on.
Remember, you are not alone. When you want information, advice and support, our helpline team are here to help you. No matter how big or small your concern, please email or telephone our helpline. Get instant access to information 24 hours a day via our website, where you can download our advice leaflets. You can also visit our online chat forum, which provides a fantastic resource of helpful tips and practical advice written by parents who are coping with a child affected by hip dysplasia.